everybody, and welcome to the Boston Garden. I'm John Hoff along with Denny Skeetus, and we have Lynn taking on Dover-Sherborne for the Division III Eastern Mass Championship. And Dennis, the last time these two teams did battle was 1980, and Glasgow went on and won the state championship with Bingham and company.
Yeah, I was at that game at Brockton High, John. It's so ironic to come back and play for an Eastern Mass title here tonight at the Garden. These kids are pumped, and they're playing as well as anyone I've seen in quite some time. I look for a great game from the Rams.
Well, it's great memories and things for the kids, but also for us, too, that anytime we can be at Boston Garden. It's a tribute. We've been a couple of times, but it never diminishes being high up above courtside, as Joni Moe says. And the tap will do it again as we started.
Nothing like walking in here, John, for the atmosphere, and terrific for this kids and the program here with a lot of great junior high players coming out of Lynn.
The turnover at Dover-Sherborne comes up with a basketball. And they almost give it back. The shot from in close, off the glass, no good. Kelvin Johnson with the loose basketball. To Simon Fialo. Can't hit the shot. Out of bounds off Simon. And as you could tell, Dennis, little butterflies when they first start out.
Well, you can see the jitters. You get down on a fast breakaway, and Simon just pulled up a little bit too early, but it's good to see the turnover and to get the fast break going.
Kelvin Johnson is 40. Marcos Echeverria is 10. The shot missed inside. The shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Fialo. Marcos Nicio CJ for Glasgow as Marcos goes the length of the court, dumps it down. We got an offensive call against Marcos.
Yeah, tough call there. He found the open man. He might have pulled up a little bit earlier. If he pulled up at the foul line, maybe he could have dished it off. But tough call, and you can see the jitters on both ends, John. Dover-Sherborne missed their first 2 or 3 shots also.
Dover-Sherborne comes in at 14-8, but that's deceiving. They lost their first 6 games. They're 14-2 since then. They played very well in the tournament. Basket is up and good. Mark Antonori gets Dover-Sherborne on the board.
Well, Glasgow is straight man-to-man, John. Looks like Dover-Sherborne's going the same. They're matching up straight-up man.
Nicio for 3. It's good! That'll take some of his butterflies away. Yeah. Good shot, Nicio. Tipped away. Picked off by Marcos. Loses it, gets it back. Nicio in the corner. Eaton in the middle, can't hold on to the pass. Gets it back to Marcos. The straightaway by Nicio, is no good.
Oh, that's a good set by Glasgow. They got the shot that they wanted. Looks like it's early in the game, but they certainly look like they're in with a little less experienced club here.
Mark Antonori with a basket. Glasgow coming in at 21-3. They've won 10 in a row. And as hot as anybody playing high school basketball still. Nicio dumps it down to Simon. Gets loose, throws it up, blocked inside. Picked off inside, Messenger. The shot hangs there, won't fall. Rebounded by Simon. The kick out to Calvin Johnson. Looking to drive the lane. Throws it up, no good.
So what you don't want to happen is to fall behind and they start chucking those threes up.
Mark Antonori. 6-3. Antonori's got all 6.
Yeah, Glasgow slow down and show a little patience here and look for the easy baskets. I think they'll be fine. They just don't want to panic so early.
Marcos from the corner. No good. The long pass down court. Picked off by first Nicio, then Calvin. In the lane. Calvin throws it up and in. So Glasgow gets back within a point. And CJ is going to get called from behind with the reach. One foul on Calvin, second on Classical. missed. Kelvin with the rebound. Looks down court. Finds Nicio by himself. Lays it in. It'll count. He'll go to the free throw line.
Good look by Johnson. Got Nicio streaking down the other end with an easy layup, and he got fouled. Gives Glasgow their first lead.
For Dover-Sherborne, 31 is Mark Antonori. 32 is Bill Engineeri. 30 is Joe Engineeri. Jay Messenger is 35. Mike Polker is 24. And we've yet to see him unleashed, and he's their big scorer, averaging 21 a game. This is Polka from the free throw line. Can't hit the shot. Eaton with the big rebound. The young freshman getting way up.
Sometimes forget he's a freshman out there, John, as strong as he plays. He's played a long time with 3 fouls in the second half on UMass Boston and did a great job.
Eaton with the ball away, no good, but he'll go to the free throw line.
And that's going to be 2 on their big man, I believe. Yeah, they get Antonori again, John. That's the second foul.
Dover-Sherborne was 10-8 for the season, 10-6 in their league, and they just put it all together. It's amazing the tournament. Dennis, we looked at the in the tournament, in the other bracket of the Eastern Mass in the South, the last 4 teams. You look at their records of this evening. They had 9 losses, 8 losses, 7 losses.
Well, there could be a lot of parity down there. We really can't say because we haven't seen any of those teams play.
Oh, and also the fact that early in the season you have football players who might have been injured. Rosters change, and
now with the open tournament, the coach has the option of sitting out the kid for as long as he wants.
That's right. Polkar gets fouled by Nicio. He got the ball, but he got him with the body. And
a few words of advice from Coach Grasser.
Mike Polka, as we see Dover-Sherborne putting in a whole new 5. Saves of Salem High School, Dennis.
Yeah.
They actually put in 4 because Polka's at the free throw line. Polka, a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 21 a game. In hangs there, fall through for him. And Polka looking to tie it up. And he does. That's the first points by Dover-Sherborne by anybody but Antonori. And they better hope that somebody picks it up here because Antonori's on the bench, so somebody else has got to score.
He had all their points and all their fouls at the same time.
And they throw in, this looks like one of those Chinese bandit groups that goes in and presses and tries to cause havoc. Lewis Eaton does a nice job of keeping it alive. Out to Marcos. In the lane, looking for Eaton. To Calvin for the straightaway. No good. John Stillman with the basketball for Sherborne. The shot from outside. Around the rim and out. Shot up and good by Todd McMullen. 10-8. Sherborne as they look to go full court pressure, and they trap off it too, Dennis.
Yeah, this is like a little kamikaze squad that they're going to put in there, and hopefully give them 2 or 3 minutes and have the kids get a little rest to start us. Get Fialo over the back, I think, John.
So now Glasgow is going to put some full court pressure of their own on. And see how Dover-Sherborne handles it. First foul on Fialo as it tipped away.
Oh, they get the turnover.
Right away they get it. Tipped off Dover-Sherborne, so they get the turnover right away off the press.
Well, this looks as though it may be Dover-Sherborne's best defensive unit, but I don't think it's their best offensive unit. They had a little trouble getting the ball in bounds there.
I don't think your coach thinks so either because he's putting 5 guys right back.
It's also 5 new guys again. You know, he also may be giving them some time in the garden. You know, the kids don't get a chance to play here maybe once in a lifetime. Calvin with an NBA 3.
Hits the inside of the rim and bounces out. And Dover-Sherborne with a chance to add to their 2-point lead. This is Polka in the lane, the runner. Drops it down. He double dribbled and didn't call it. The foul is going to be against Nicio. If it is, that's 2. And that's the one problem that Classical is going to have to worry about is the foul trouble.
Yeah, they're up to 5 team fouls already. With 10 minutes left in the half, so they pick up a couple more, they'll be right into the one-on-one.
Dover-Sherborne's only committed 2. This is Polka. Nicio on him, and Nicio generally covers the other team's big scorer. Polka lets it fly in and out. Rebounded inside, they start over again. Along the baseline, gets swallowed up. Polka, the straightaway by Polka, no good. Rebound by Fialo. Pascal looking to run. To Marcos. Cross court to Nicio. To Lewis Eaton from the baseline. Too strong. Tipped up around. Eaton gets it back. Too strong again. Pascal right in the face of Dover-Sherborne on defense. Traveling call. Eaton right there.
Yeah, I'm very surprised John Dover-Sherborne didn't try to go at Nicio again that time down with the 2 fouls, and they had the substitute waiting for him. Really should have went right at him trying to pick up the 3rd. Glasgow got a real break there.
So it's still 10-8 with 9:10 left in the first half as Marcos to Lewis. Calvin straightens up for 3. No good. Messenger has the rebound, kicks it out to Engineering. Polka has it knocked away. Powell with the pickup, and the foul is going to be against Dover-Sherborne. Good hustling defense by Glasgow.
Excellent. It really looks as though they'll be able to use their speed and quickness tonight to the best to really help them out in this game.
Well, that's certainly their main asset here against if they have a big plus, it's in the speed and quickness. This is Marcos outside to Powell, who come in replacing Nicio. Calvin looking to go baseline. Throws it up. They call steps on Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, here they go. They get that one pass and out syndrome again. They really got to sit back and take their time and wait for that open man. Dover-Sherborne's playing a man-to-man. They run a few people off of screens. They'll be fine and get some open shots.
The shot wide. Fialo with the rebound. And
well, he had nowhere to go with it and tried to chuck it around his back.
A little too much shake and bake there, though.
Probably could have been better getting the timeout.
And Tommy not happy with either. Tommy wants the timeout. He wants to talk about it. And Glasgow comes in averaging close to 89 points a game. They've had 2 games in the tournament over 90. And they're in here in the first, what would be considered the first period.
Yeah.
They've got 8 points. The defense doing the job, holding Dover-Sherborne at 10.
Yeah.
But they've trying to get rid of the butterflies.
Yeah, they got the butterflies really being in the garden. I'm sure they haven't slept in a couple nights just being kids and knowing you're going to the same place that most of the idols are playing at. And here they are. They just have a little trouble. They just need to settle down. See Coach Crosser is talking to the kids and trying to get their composure ready to get back out there. I mean, the way they've been shooting, they're fortunate they're only down 2.
Absolutely. Yeah. So nobody really heating up for Lynn Classical, and they're not getting anybody in any kind of flow as yet. And as Dennis mentioned, still extremely lucky to only be down a couple. Calvin with a nice play, out by himself. Easy layup for 2.
That should relax him a little bit.
Calvin's got 4. We're tied at 10. There's that tough defense by Glasgow. Straight man-to-man. The foul's going to be against Fialo, and that's 2 on Simon.
Yeah, he's just overplaying a little bit, but it's can't knock that. It's great aggressive play, and they're really trying to pick up the steal with Calvin there. Look at the free Calvin down for the easy layup.
And now we'll have Julio Sanchez coming in the basketball game, replacing Fialo. So Glasgow having to go to their bench, I'm sure a lot quicker than Tommy Grasser would like. And Dover-Sherborne going to their bench quite a bit. Big block inside by Lewis Eaton. That goes the touchdown pass to Calvin. Has to chase it down. Marcos outside. Calvin for 3. In, out, won't go.
Dover-Sherborne, John, just really looks as though they don't have the offense to capitalize on Classville's coldness early on in this game.
Antoneri way outside. Look, this is Mike Palick, and he's going to get called for the contact, on Powell on Palick.
And they're going to be in the 1-on-1. They're going to shoot the bonus the rest of the way.
We got 7:17 left, and Dover-Sherborne has 3 to waste, so they can really toughen up that defense for the next 5 or 6 minutes.
I don't understand, John. I have the 6'8" kid, 31. He ends up playing. Antonori, he plays up top.
Playing the point.
And you got Classical in foul trouble. They're playing man-to-man. Try to clear it out and isolate him down below and at least get to the foul line. But they're playing right into Classical's hands, and this is a great break for Classical if they want to continue to play like this.
Chris Cummings with the 2 free throws. And Dover-Sherborne flip-flops the lead back in their favor, 12-10. As Marcos brings it up. Steve Powell back to Marcos. Calvin. And of course, Dover-Sherborne got to watch Lynn Classical on Saturday, and they're looking for Calvin. Julio Sanchez can't hit the shot. Pass deflected, but it goes right to Dover-Sherborne. Ingeniery. And Fiala was coming right back, so is Nicio. Calvin with good pressure. This is Antoneri. Doubled up in the lane. Blocked by Eaton inside. What a nice job. Pass down to Calvin. 1-on-1. Goes to the basket. Can't hit the shot. Tipped around. Calvin gets it back and lays it in. Give Calvin the basket, but credit Lewis Eaton with a big play down underneath.
Terrific block. Young freshman stepped up and caused a big turnover. Calvin doing a great job defensively. And they better get it over.
They didn't get it by much over that 10 seconds. Classical all over the basketball. Antoneri goes to the floor, has it taken away. Classical all over the ball. Sherborne saves it right to Marcos. 2-on-1 with Calvin. Keeps. No good. Loose on the floor, picked up by Dover-Sherborne. And I think if they had it back, Marcos would like to dish that down to Calvin. Polka, and they get away with a push inside. Eaton with the rebound. Powell looking to run. Powell throws it up, no good. Antoneri, both teams running now. Calvin, the lone man, back against Polka. Polka throws it up, no good. Rebound by Sanchez.
I think he's about 0 for 12. He keeps chucking. You can tell he's a good shooter.
Calvin is going to draw the contact. Bill Ingeniery. Fialo and Echevarria and Nicio are back. Powell and Sanchez goes to the bench. And Eric Lane getting set to come in the basketball game. Calvin misses the first. Eric Lane coming in for Marcos. Calvin makes one, and Classical regains the lead, 13-12. Just over 5 minutes to play in the first half for the Eastern Mass Championship from the Garden. The foul's going to be against Calvin. Nice little drop step by
Very
Anthony.
nice. Very nice. Look to put the ball on the floor and lay it in. You can see he's been working on that move a lot. He just doesn't have it down yet. He has a very nice touch. He's probably got 10 rebounds on the other end. It's a real soft touch here.
If you look far over to the way to the left of the Classical bench, you see John Panagakis.
Yeah, very happy man to see these Classical Rams in here at the Garden.
Antonieri, who's got 6 of the 12. He got him going early. He misses the first and hits the second. So he's got 7, and we're tied at 13. So it's Eric Lane, Simon Fialo, Lewis Eaton, Nisio Echeverria, and Calvin Johnston as Nisio lines up for a 3 and hits it.
Oh.
He's got 8. And Glasgow, the biggest lead by either team, 16-13, a 3-point advantage. Nice drive, but can't get the shot to fall. Big rebound by Antonieri. Dover-Sherborne getting it done off the glass, the offensive glass. Nisio to Calvin Johnston. Calvin acting as the point now with Marcos on the bench. Eaton has it tipped away by Antonieri. This is Polka. Pulls it out. Antonieri loses it to Eaton. Double dribble. Yeah. He was going to bring it up court. He saw Calvin open. He stopped his dribbling and dribbled again.
A good job. Good job by Lewis Eaton.
Marcos will be in the basketball game replacing Calvin Johnston. 16-15, the Rams on top. 4 minutes to play as Nisio picks off the pass. They get tied up. The arrow favors Dover-Sherborne. Lewis Eaton all over the inbounds passer. This is Joe Ingenieri. Ingenieri kicks it back off the Polka. Stops from the foul line, can't hit the shot. He gets his own rebound back. Eric Lane on him, goes to the foul line, kicks it off. The shot from outside. Hits nothing. Fialo with the big rebound. And too strong with the touchdown pass. He had Nisio and Marcos.
Good idea. Looks like Glasgow's going to start releasing somebody. They started this against Rockport the other day, and they got a lot of easy baskets. Great call by Coach Grass to see if they can extend this 1-point lead and maybe go into halftime with a 4 or 5-point lead.
3:30 left in the first half, 16-15. The shot by Polka, no good. Rebound inside by Ingenieri. His shot bounces no good. Again, a rebound inside. Powell picks off the pass. 3-on-1, ahead to Nisio. The shot no good. And again, not a good choice there. He had Simon all by himself, and this is what has been Pasco's trademark the last 10 ball games. They've been looking for each other and finding the open man.
They were making the extra pass, John, up until the first half tonight. I don't know if it's a combination of being in the garden and trying to get all the points. Nice job by Simon.
With a little hook.
But I'm sure they get into halftime, and Coach Grasso will talk to them in the locker room. And I mean, I really like them in this game. They really look like a much more poised team than the Dover-Sherborne club.
Eaton again with the big block. The young freshman really doing a job inside, shutting down the middle. Powell to Marcos. Fialo's pass is the pass intended Fialo is picked off. This is Polka. Lets it fly from three-point land. No good. Stripped away by Eaton again. Paul with the loose basketball. 3-on-2. Gives it to Fialo. Simon can't hit the shot. Calvin inside has it blocked. Dover-Sherborne with the basketball. Eaton knocks it down. The shot is missed. Eaton with the big rebound. A little sloppy right now, Dennis, as Polka throws it up and can't hit it. Off Fialo out of bounds.
You will not be able to buy the video of this game at your local video store. This is
not a blueprint the way they put it up.
Oh, boy.
That was exciting for 2 or 3 minutes, but nothing happened. A lot of bodies in the floor. Antonieri gets loose and can't put it home. And Fialo loses it. Polka from three-point land. Can't hit the shot. Marcos. 3-on-1. Calvin Johnston out by himself. Lays it in.
I wasn't even sure if that one was going to go, the way things have been going here.
A 5-point bounce for the Rams, 20-15. Polka The shot, Eaton got a hand on it. Marcos to Calvin. Klasko looking to run. Calvin throws it up and in. It's good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, this is Klasko style now, John. They get a run and gun game, and it's just what they need. Go up by 7 with a chance to go ahead by 8 here. Good job by Calvin.
Mr. Boyce, the coach for Dover-Sherborne.
There's your replay there. Marcos with a nice solid pass to Calvin. Calvin pulls up, draws the block and in. Good job.
Boyce was looking for the charge on that play. Calvin gets the bounce. He's got 12. 23-15 the Rams. The winner of this, of course, will be the Eastern Mass champion. They'll go on to the state championship at Worcester Central. Nice hustle by Calvin Johnson. Tipped it into the Klasko bench, and the Klasko fans are coming alive. Dover-Sherborne, Polka gets swallowed up. Nice pass, Anthony can't handle it. Blocked inside. Anthony gets it back and lays it in. He's got 11. He's their only offense, really. Dennis, he's got 11 of their 17. Isho to Marcos. This is Calvin.
Yeah, they're under a minute and a half, John.
Back to Marcos. Drives the lane. Throws it up left-handed, no good. Fiala with a nice rebound inside. He gets hit from behind. They'll go to the free throw line.
I'd really like to see some shooting percentages at halftime. With Dover-Sherborne, I don't think they'd even be in the teens.
No, and I think Coach Tommy Grasser would like to have them take a little more quality shot. Well, for Klasko as well, they're taking some shots that they normally haven't been taking. But again, it's the garden. You kind of get that in that caught up and everything. This is the first Lynn team since 1980, I believe.
To play in the garden.
Lynn English played in 1980. Simon can hit either one. See if Dover-Sherborne holds for one with 45 seconds left. And right away they throw up a three. It's good! Joe Engineering.
That's Javiri all by himself in the corner.
That's a big basket for them. Decio, too strong off the glass. And Dover-Sherborne a chance to really cut into this lead and go into halftime probably feeling pretty good about themselves. Big block by Lewis Eaton. Marcos was looking at the clock. He should have been looking down court because Calvin was wide open.
Coach Grasser calls for one shot with 15.7. There you see it.
23-20, 5 straight points by Dover-Sherborne, cut into that 8-point lead. Calvin Johnson with the basketball. This is Marcos. And they want to get going right about now, I think. Michio to Marcos. They better hurry up. Marcos has to throw it up. He throws it in. And obviously that's a play they've been working on for a long time to get the last shot off at halftime, Dennis.
Well, it worked.
It looks good on paper. They end the 5-point run by Dover-Sherborne, and they go in at halftime with a 25-20 lead in this, the Eastern Mass final coming from Boston Garden. We'll be right back. The second half, I'm John Hoffman along with Dennis Skeetus. Klasko has the basketball and a 5-point lead. This is Fiala outside with a jump shot. Can't hit it. Dover-Sherborne with the rebound. And we're high above court side. And he goes the length of the court and lays it in. Does Joe Engineering. And somebody missed an assignment. They didn't switch over and help. And Dover-Sherborne gets back within 3, 25-22. Simon Fiala saves it to Marcos. Looking for Eaton. Tipped away from Eaton. And combines with Eaton with the steal. The 3-point shot. Fiala with the big play. Saved the basketball, but right to Anthony.
Good job by Simon there, John. I was just down at halftime. John had a chance to see Howie Grubb sitting over in the sidelines. Nice to see Howie at the Klasko game.
Anthony missed the easy chipper. Eaton with the rebound. This is Marcos. The pass to Nicio underneath. Gets blocked by Antoneri. Jump ball. And Dover-Sherborne will get the basketball.
Nicio looking for a foul over the top there, John. He's really working his tail off inside and come up with that rebound. He's such a competitor. He's any type of contact, he's looking for the foul.
Glasgow, first couple of minutes, still looking to get their first basket of the half.
Good D by Nicio.
The shot by Antoneri, no good. Marcos with the rebound.
And
the point guard comes out of the pack to Calvin. Throws it up. He's not going to get the basket, but he will pick up the foul and go to the free throw line.
Yeah, someone got the slap on the hand there. I believe it was number 30.
That's Joe Engineering. Calvin will be at the line. He was the leading scorer in the first half. He had 12. Nicio had 8 for Dover-Sherborne. It was all Mark Antonori. He had 11.
11 out of 20, I believe, right, John?
11 out of the 20, yes.
Yeah.
And in the tournament, Glasgow's been shooting at a over 70% from the free throw line. And they made 10 in a row in the last 3.5 minutes in the finals of the Division North. And now they've missed a few here today. Halka, their leading scorer, is still trying to get off the slide. He hasn't made a shot yet.
Oh, and he's trying so hard, John. He's not bashful, and I'm sure a good shooter like that, a coach is going to tell him to keep putting him up there, and he just hasn't found the net yet. And lucky for Glasgow Rams, I believe.
Nicio inside to Calvin. He gets loose and throws it in. Plus the foul.
Good job by Simon.
Then that time Glasgow was very patient.
Yeah. And
looked for the open man and found him.
Well, they got the isolation down there, and he sets up on the block. Here you see it here. All alone there. Boom, good job. Good job by reversing the ball by the Glasgow Rams.
Fouls against Messenger. 2 on Dover-Sherborne in the first 2.5 minutes or so. And I'm sure that's one thing that Lynn Glasgow went over at halftime, saying we're getting away from what we've been doing very well. We're getting away from looking for the open man and being unselfish and playing as a family. And now they've got back to that here at the start of the half, looking for each other, and it paid off right there.
Yeah, they make that extra pass. We've mentioned earlier that this team is very, very hot, and they're playing as good as anyone around. If they get in that run and gun mode there, they really, really play into the other team's hands. They're a much more talented team, I believe, than Dover-Sherborne. They just try to take advantage of their athleticism and take their time and look for the open shot. I really don't foresee them having any problems in this game.
Well, I really don't either, Dennis, except for the fact that they weren't doing that early, and they get out of their mode. If they get back into this mode of looking for each other and helping each other, they should win this and be on their way to Worcester.
I really believe so.
This is a great shot of Boston Garden as you look around. It's early in the afternoon. Those seats will certainly be filling up as the night gets longer, but a good-sized crowd, a real good contingent here from Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
Right behind the Glasgow and Dover-Sherborne bench.
Well, I see all the teachers over from Glasgow, Bob Witcher, Eddie Johns, all the big dignitaries in that school system over there, Warren White, and it's good to see that. And the real Mr. Dick Sakowitz over there with them.
A lot of faces in the crowd.
Oh, terrific.
We're going to whistle.
To see everyone out.
Looked like there was no foul. Somebody got hurt on
someone got
sprained an ankle. That's Bill Engineering, and he'll be replaced. He's replaced by Chris Cummings. Glasgow has their starting lineup out there. Marcos Inicio Echeverria, Simon Fialo, Calvin Johnson, and Lewis Eaton. The shot is up and good by Jay Messenger.
Well, that's a big job.
And that's a big foul, too. I think it's on Simon, which will be his third.
Yeah. There's your replay here. Just got him with the hip. Get it off the bank and in. A chance to get him within 4.
Yeah, it was 5 at halftime, so Dover-Sherborne had a chance to eat into that. Missed the shot. Fialo with the rebound. Dover-Sherborne, the foul as Nicio gets hit and knocked into the scoring table, and he might have cut the back of his head.
He's bleeding. Oh, my goodness.
He got hit down very, very hard. And right there, you see him get hit, and you see the back of his head hits the back of the table, the top of the table. And he is really cut. And the fact that he is a very tough kid, I still think we should take him out and have him looked at, because maybe he might need a stitch or two.
Oh, yeah, they have plenty of trainers here, the MIAA on hand, and he's got a wicked gas. I'd be very surprised if you see him back today. Nobody plays harder than this young man.
You see the trainer working on him right there, and certainly a tough break both Benicio and Classical, and we certainly hope the young man's going to be okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's sitting up. I mean, he didn't get knocked out or anything, but still, it's very tough. You saw him hit the back of his head right against the top of the table, and it has to take a blow like that to wipe this kid up, because he's a tough kid.
We've seen him in football the whole year, the last year. Here's a look at the Classical fans. Look of concern on most of the faces there. Not able to see all the way down front. But
a lot of fans made the trip up here.
Big contingent of fans.
Jimmy Ward in the crowd from Lynn Park softball. George Hennessy, George Berry we just saw going by. Some names. Basketball aficionados. Right there, George.
Hennessy.
Bill, George. Sitting right there in the middle of the pack. So we get them on TV, we find them no matter where they are.
Yes.
And I'm sure George and Bill paid their way in, and George Hennessy probably used his MIAA pass or something.
Well, they probably opened the back door for him.
Well, we know he didn't pay to get in. Tommy Grassa talking to his troops as Classical was taking a timeout. They didn't really have to take the timeout because they could have inserted the play right away, but I think he might have thought that Nisio might have been able to come right back, and I don't think that's going to be the case.
We also have a new rule in basketball this year, John, all men's and women's. If someone, if any blood is put on anyone's uniform, they have to change their uniform before they can come back into the game. So most teams have been traveling with an extra uniform. If any blood, and I'm sure some blood get on the back of his shirt, they have to change before he can come into the game.
And they're talking about it. The paramedics are now in looking at him, and he's certainly getting the best of attention without question. And what an unfortunate thing for the young man to happen. And we also got, they have to clean up a couple of spots because there might be some blood on the floor, and you don't want anybody to slip and fall and maybe have an open wound or something, have some problems of that nature. So a lot of things being taken into consideration, a lot of precautions taken into consideration that we didn't have to worry about maybe 20 years ago. Or I didn't have to worry about. I don't know about you.
No, not at all. You also know he's such a tough competitor that it breaks his heart if he doesn't get a chance to get back into this game. And hopefully if they go on to win this championship, Nisio will be able to be here and celebrate with this team. He's such a big part of this team and the high school.
Well, if anybody can take a blow like that and come back quickly, it'll be him, because I've seen him take a lot of hits in football and seen him give out a lot of hits in football, and I'm sure they may take him like maybe out back to one of the rooms.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Work on him. I think that's the best thing to do. But we'll let them decide that. We're going to get back to basketball as Steve Powell is in now replacing Nisio. 29-24 is the score. We're in the second half at Boston Garden. This is the Eastern Mass final as Dover-Sherborne goes pressure defense. Fiala with the hook shot, won't go. Gets his own rebound.
Oh, what a great job he did.
Again, but he's fouled. You're right, Dennis.
What a great job to come in and get that rebound. He was 4 or 5 feet away from the basket and let the shot go. The first one, it ended up right under the basket for that rebound. Here he is here. This is the replay on the foul.
And that's just hard work.
Great job.
And of course, I'm looking over in the exit. Marielle Larino, of course, really worried about Nisio. She's taking charge of Nisio and doing a terrific job, I might add. Thomas Fialo stretches the lead to 7. 31-24 as Glasgow goes full court pressure. Foul on the basketball. They almost lost it. They
Steve Powell all over the ball.
This is Palick. The shot. Eaton there. And their life and death getting a pass off. They might have shot off then. It's big block by Calvin Johnson. Knocked it back in the second row. Knocked that over the hockey board.
Oh, boy. Major league block there.
Dover-Sherborne, trouble getting it in, has to call timeout.
Glasgow's really stepped up their defense, John.
Yeah, they brought everything up a notch here to start the second half.
Here's your replay. You watch Foley, he'll throw it over. You see Calvin come from nowhere and swat over into the hockey boards there.
Well, Calvin with the big defensive play.
Looks like calling him Shaq if he keeps that up.
That's right. Glasgow, of course, with the edge now. 4 fouls by Dover-Sherborne. Only 1 by Glasgow with 12:44 left. And we started to say, we don't know who they'll play from the West, but at this point, they don't care if they can get to the Worcester Center and play in that game. And Glasgow, with a leg up, they lead 31-24 with 12:44 left. As you see the Glasgow cheerleaders going through the motions on the floor. And now you get a shot of the bench. Kenny Turner.
Very similar situation to the Rockport game on Saturday, John, where Glasgow came out a little slow, a little timid in the first half. I believe they had a 5 or 6 point lead at halftime, and they committed a lot of fouls in the first half, as they did today. In the second half, get a foul there on Eaton. Second half at Rockport the other day, they went through the whole half. I think they only committed 2 or 3 fouls.
You're right.
And they threw the game away, put it away, and I think you're seeing a replay today.
That time, Calvin had a breakaway all by himself, and Eaton was whistled for the foul. That's the first foul on Eaton, and he's done a bang-up job inside. Stripped away by Marcos and Calvin. Marcos hits Calvin wide open. He lays it in. Biggest lead of the ball game for Glasgow, 33-24. Lewis Eaton with the big play. Marcos down court. Has it blocked, knocked out of bounds, saved by Dover-Sherborne. Fialo thought the pass was to him. The ball is on the floor, picked off. Powell has it. Ahead to Marcos. Back to Fialo. Little too much shake and bake, should have laid it in. Steve Powell with a 3, no good. Eaton with the layup. Can't hit it. Marcos can't hit it. Eaton throws it up blocked. Marcos with another chance. Marcos on the floor. Dover-Sherborne finally gets the basketball. Picked off by Powell. To Echeverria, to Johnson, he lays it in.
Great sequence, great defense by Glasgow.
What a stretch by Glasgow right there. 35-24. The Rams out on top by 11. Marcos almost picks it off. Picked off now. The down court pass to Marcos. To Kelvin. Lays it in.
Now they better get a timeout.
Needs a timeout. And they call it. And Glasgow really coming on strong. And the defense is in the job.
Oh, everybody. And all of them. Powell, Calvin, Marcos, Lewis, Heaton, Simon. All 5. Here's your replay. Here's Marcos on a nice dish to Calvin. Lays it up. Forces Dover-Sherborne to make their timeout. They're down 13 points with 11 minutes left.
And the Glasgow fans, you're looking at them right there, really getting into it. Eddie Anderson down the left-hand corner.
Probably one of the biggest fans.
Was an excellent player for Glasgow. Was one of my old CYO players. Not a bad shooter.
Yeah. They're certainly on a roll.
And he was back in that 1980 team that was with Bingham and Primus and McGee and Thurman and Merrill Brown.
Yeah. It was a great team, and
probably the best team that Lynn has ever seen.
Yeah, and they went on to a state championship, and boy, certainly looks like these guys are going to play for one on Saturday. I believe 11:30 Saturday morning or 12:30.
I know it's 12 or 12:30.
Yeah. But it's going to be tough to take them out of this one.
12:30 is the boys' game. And you can get there early and watch the other North Shore team, Winthrop.
Yeah, that's right.
They play at 11:15. So, Dover-Sherborne They haven't had much offense. They've only got 24 points in 21 minutes. Eaton got a piece of it. Marcos with the play, but credit Eaton with the big block. Calvin for a long three-point bomb, in and out. Antoneri has it knocked away by Eaton. Knocked away again by Glasgow.
Everything going Glasgow's way right now, John.
Well, they're really harassing the man who rebounds. They're not just going back down court, and they've been able to turn the ball over 2 or 3 times. Marcos fakes the shot. Nice pass. Simon can't hit the shot. Antoneri throws it out, almost picked off by Powell. Cross court to Polka, lets it fly. Finally hits one for 3.
That's his first one of the night, I believe. His first 3.
He had 2 free throws, and he's been averaging 21 a game, and he's been ice cold, and I'm sure the young man doesn't feel good about that.
Well, I'm sure the Dover-Sherborne fans are happy to see him get off the snide there and lay one in. Nice move, Fiala.
Fiala. He's got 7 in the second half. 39-27. 9:55 left to play in the basketball game. They dump the ball into the corner. Antoneri has to chase it down. Bangs it off, Eaton out of bounds.
Yeah, Dover-Sherborne, Joy, in order to get back in this one, I think they got to do one or 2 things. That either put Antoneri down there on the block and clear it out, or set some screens for Polka and see if he can get unleashed with his threes.
Antoneri lays it in, his first basket of the second half. For Glasgow, it's been Fialo and CJ, Calvin Johnson. They get 7 apiece here in the second half. Calvin gets the screen, looking to go. Out to Powell for 3. In and out. Fialo can't get the rebound. Antoneri pushing it up to Polka. Lets it fly for 3. It's good.
Coach Cross are going to get the timeout. Good timeout by Tommy.
Well, it's back down now to 7, and we saw in the Rockport game where Glasgow had a 17-point lead, and Rockport threw in 4 consecutive threes and got it down to 5. Glasgow regrouped and come back and won the basketball game, but you don't want to see this young man Polka get in the feel of things. He's been shut down the whole ball game, but he's come alive now.
Let's not forget who was covering him before he went out. Nietzsche had done a terrific job on him in the first half. And like we mentioned, he only had 2 foul shots, and unfortunately Nietzsche has been taken off the bench and probably into the locker room and be worked on, and I believe that's all Polka had to see, and his eyes have been lit up since then.
Well, of course, this could be like one of those Celtics games where Bird left the floor when he went to the locker room, came running back, the fans went crazy. Maybe Nishio will do a quick reverse and come back out. We just hope the young man's going to be okay.
That's right.
Dover-Sherborne goes full court. Marcos loses it, has it knocked away. Dover-Sherborne with a chance to get closer. Ingeniery looking to drive the lane. Dumps it inside. The shot, the straightaway, is up and good by Bill Ingeniery. So Sherborne coming alive. They have the lead down to 5. It was 13. Fialo gets loose, can't hit the shot, but he draws the contact.
Good job by Simon.
It looks like that's there anytime they want it, Dennis. He's wide open.
Well, he has 7 points in the second half now. 9 for the game. He's going to have a chance to get himself in double figure. Here's Calvin here. Goes over to Marcos, I believe. Finds Simon. Can't get it to fall, but ends up at the foul line.
Nishio back on the bench.
Bandana and all.
Fialo.
Here comes Nishio.
Nishio's coming in the game.
Tough to keep the good man down.
The Glasgow fans are into it again.
Now his brother Marcos has been covering. There's a good shot of the band-aids up. Has been covering Polka. And there's fans from Glasgow yelling, Nishio, Nishio. See if he keeps up Polka now.
9 points in the second half for Fialo. It's Fialo and Calvin, the only players to get on the board in the second half. It's back up to 7 points.
Glasgow goes to 1-3-1, John, for the first time tonight.
Underneath Antonieri. Big block by Eaton inside, and he makes a nice play to come down with the basketball. But they call up a step. He stepped right on Marcos. What a job the young man does inside.
Oh, he certainly does. Here's your replay. Watch Lewis Eaton come up with the block here. Beautiful, right there. Freshman, too.
I'm sure Antonieri thought he had a chippy.
Glasgow stays at the 1-3-1.
With this quickness, this is a good defense for them.
That's right. Offensively, you're going to make quick passes and look to the weak side like that.
And we saw this because right there again, Eaton didn't get the ball, but he certainly made him alter his shot. Nicio lays it in.
Well, that's all they needed right there.
It's back to 9, 43-34 as Glasgow runs 4 in a row. 7:45 left to play in the basketball game. Polka thought about it, knocked it off. Calvin Johnson with the steal. Double clutches and lays it in. And he's got 9 in the second half, and it's back to 11.
And this 1-3-1 joint has taken away the outside shot. The three-pointer by Polka that got him back into the game.
And here he is from the corner, no good.
That's a little too deep.
Calvin with the rebound, and he's going to pick up the contact. And with taking away the outside shot, with Lewis Eaton taking away the inside game,
that's right.
There isn't much that they're able to do. 16 fouls with 7:19 left. Glasgow has only committed 2, and that's a big plus for the Rams. Calvin Johnson to Marcos. Marcos, well too strong. Eaton comes up with it, gives it to Nicio. His shot is blocked. Calvin gets it back. Double clutches, can't hit the shot. Antonieri with the rebound. Ahead to Polka. Polka tried to save it. Glasgow knocked it out of bounds.
Good job by Nicio and Marcos that time defensively. Get down there on Polka and surrounded him, and unfortunately one of them tipped it out of bounds.
Calvin Johnson, and here's that quickness. Lays it in. 23 for Calvin. He's averaging 27 in the tournament. And they've got their 13-point lead back. Nicio almost with the steal. He'll get called for the foul.
Oh, that's fine, though. They're only their third foul with 6 minutes left, and over-aggressiveness, trying to pick off the ball and go in for the easy layup, which has gotten them their 13-point lead. Great defense.
We haven't mentioned the officials yet. We got to mention at least one of the officials, Dave Neville, who is the president of, is it the North Shore Board? Or
well, the local IBO chapter.
And really does a nice job, and we haven't mentioned him, so they must be doing a pretty good job.
Well, Glasgow only has 3 fouls this half, so I'm sure Tommy Gross is happy with him. Well, this is just a thrill for any official, just as it is for any young ball player to get to play in the Garden. And I know we all know most of the officials in this area. Here's your replay. Calvin coming down, get the 2 to put him up by 13. Great defense to pick that off.
And it's his ability to hang in the air and double pump, and really gives him that added weapon as if he needs another one.
Now, and only a junior. You know, this team, Marcos is back. Lewis Eaton's going to be a sophomore. Calvin's back. I love the way the Powell kid plays. He's just terrific all over the floor. And they're going to be a good team for a long time, yeah. Well, they have Marcos listed in the program as a junior. I thought he was a sophomore. I think he is too.
But we could be wrong also. But
great things ahead for him.
Coach Du Bois has talked it over. 6:32 left, and he's got to find something to pick up this offense. 34 points in 26 minutes. That's tremendous defense by Glasgow. Polka thought about it. There's Calvin Johnson with the hands again. Nicio with the steal. Keeps, lays it in.
Boy, they come at you with everything. If it's not Calvin or Marcos, Nietzsche, oh, what a great job.
Well, credit Nietzsche with the basket, but get Calvin a big assist with the big block. 3-point basket by Joe Engineering. 49-37 as Marcos brings it up to Calvin. Has it knocked away. Engineering with a double dribble.
Yeah. Good call by official David Neville there. On top of that one.
No question, he stopped his dribble and started up again. Good call.
That's a good shot of your Glasgow fans once again, and there'll be a lot of happy faces over there in 5 minutes and 43 seconds, I believe.
Marcos with the basketball. Down the lane, nice pass to Simon. Can't hit the shot. Knocked out of bounds by Simon.
Oh, that's a great pass and a great try by Simon Fialo.
5:30 left to play. 5:30 between one of these two teams, and right now it's Glasgow with a 12-point advantage, winning the Eastern Mass Championship and going on to Worcester Centrum to try and win the whole shebang, the state championship. Basket inside by Jay Messenger.
Little pressure by Dover-Sherborne, and Marcos has no trouble.
Vicio with the fall-away block. We get a foul inside, and I think it might be against Simon. Yeah. That's number 4.
Well, he's playing very aggressive in there, and he's a big part of them getting this big lead in the second half by playing aggressive.
4th foul on Glasgow. They still have 2 to waste. Dover-Sherborne has none.
Glasgow back in the man-to-man, John.
This is Messenger looking inside. Calvin on the switch. Lewis Eaton way outside now, picking the man up. Glasgow making him use a lot of time. Parker has to throw that over. Lewis Eaton. Nietzsche by himself. Oh, pass to Fialo. Nietzsche's got 6 since coming back, but credit Lewis Eaton.
That's right again.
Causing Parker to
look at Calvin.
Alter his shot. Calvin with the steal had to save it right to Dover-Sherborne. Inside, Messenger lays it in. 51-41. Still a double-digit lead for the Rams. Coming up on 4 minutes left to play, and they give it to Marcos and they clear out for him. Dover-Sherborne looking to double up. He does a nice job of getting away from it. Lewis Eaton can't hit the shot. Simon Fialo, big rebound, lays it in. 11 points for Simon. He's got 13 overall. 11 in the second half. He's come to life.
Oh, he's doing a marvelous job.
Nice drive to the basket by Bill Engineering. Vicio was able to save it. Unfortunately, went right through Dover-Sherborne. A long pass down court. What a pass underneath from Joe Engineering to Messenger. And Dover-Sherborne battling back to within 8.
Boy, there's no quit in this team. Very similar to Rockport the other day. Here you go here. This is going to be a long pass. We'll just see a nice pass.
Watch this pass right here.
He picks it off to it. Oh, boy.
What a play that was.
Does that look like Tommy Perini from a few years ago, huh? Around the back in there.
Looked like one of those fast breaks, Mataragis and Penn.
Oh, boy. Well, this is very similar to the Rockport situation, John. We've alluded to that a few times, but the game is so similar to that. Glasgow come out in the second half, got the big lead, and Rockport came back with O'Brien hitting a few threes and playing down low, and here we are doing the same thing. Here you go, see.
There's Eaton with the pressure that made him alter the shot.
You see Nietzsche and the easy. Now he rolls it around the rim and wants to take a little bit more time off the clock, I think, right?
A few more seconds.
Yeah.
Got to run that clock down. Otherwise, you would have gone up and stuffed it.
Let's see what Dover-Sherborne does defensively, John, coming out here. They really need to cause a few turnovers. We're under 4 minutes left in the game, so take a look and see what happens here.
Well, Sherborne goes full court pressure. They lob it in to Calvin Johnson. Up court quickly, 3-on-2. Right to the basket to Simon. What a great play. That's the ideal way to break the pressure.
You betcha.
Use the speed and quickness. Again the tip. Fialo tips it away right to Antonieri. Can't hit the shot. The foul is going to be against Nicio, and that's 4 on him, I believe.
Yeah. Well, it's 3:06 left in the game. I think it's academic at this point. Great job.
Again, Nicio goes to the floor.
You see the nice pass down to the baseline right here. And just came in, just wasn't quite set. All those bandages, though, you think the referee would lean his way a little bit.
All we do is give him a drum and a pipe, and they've done a nice job on Antonieri. He had 11 in the first half. He's only got 3 in the second half. Antonieri makes them both. Back to 8, 55-47 with Calvin. 3 minutes straight up to play in the basketball game. 3 minutes between a trip to Worcester for one of these two teams. Glasgow certainly hopes they can hold on to this 8-point lead, and it'll be them playing for the state championship. Fialo, the pass knocked away. Polka looking to get loose, lets it fly, no good. This is Antonieri laying it in. 2:35 left, it's down to 6 as Marcos brings it up. Calvin with the basketball. Trying to get Calvin loose. Tucks his head off the glass. Lewis Eaton with a big play. Antonieri with a big rebound. Dover-Sherborne coming back. Double dribble, I believe, not traveling. Either one. Take your pick. But a golden opportunity to Dover-Sherborne to cut it to 4. Kelvin will walk it up. The block inside, the foul will be against Antonieri. Got the block, but I believe it was Bill Ingenieri who got a piece of him, and Calvin will be at the free throw line.
No, here's a situation where the foul shots become very important down the stretch here.
Well, we mentioned that Calvin hit 9 out of 10 in the closing minutes, and Glasgow hit 10 out of 10 in the last 3.5 minutes. And CJ comes to the forefront.
There's a shot of the Glasgow Ram fans once again, and they're just ecstatic at this point.
This is the shot. Nicio with a nice job of getting over there and picking it off. Down court to Marcos. Behind the back to Calvin. Can't hit the shot. Marcos with the follow, lays it in.
Oh, great job.
A big basket. Gets it back up to 9 with 1:35 left in the basketball game. And Dover-Sherborne in trouble here. They got to start throwing up some threes. And they hit one right there. Joe Ingenieri with a big 3, cuts it to 6. And they can't let Glasgow run any time off the clock, and that's exactly what they're doing.
And I don't think you want to foul Johnson either.
Well, you might not have a choice, Dennis, this late in the basketball game. Down to 110, down 6. You can't really pick and choose.
Well, they had the opportunity to foul either Marcos or Nicio, and they let it go, and then Calvin ended up with the ball. Down to 1:08.
1:08 left. Still within 3-point baskets.
Long pass. Oh, what a pass. Marcos and a great follow-up.
Yeah, good job. That's Bill Ingenieri. That was his 5th foul. So he's the first victim. We have 2 for Glasgow. We have 4 that are on the floor. Pressure free throws. That makes, now they need 3 possessions. 1:08. Calvin's got 26 and the lead is 8. play in the basketball game as Polka misses a shot. Eaton with a hand on it. Eaton with a big block. It goes out of bounds.
Klasko's got to follow the ways too, John, before they get into the one-on-one, so they can play very aggressive right now.
53 seconds left. Klasko is on their way to the Worcester Centrum. Marcos with the steal. To Calvin Johnson. He lays it in. And that's the exclamation point. Calvin gets his 27-point average, actually 28. The three-point bomb, no good. Tipped around out of bounds. It'll be Klasko basketball. And the fans from Klasko begin to celebrate. You see in the lower right-hand corner, 35 seconds left, and you see the Klasko fans going crazy. It's off to the Worcester Centrum, and Klasko is going to be the Eastern Mass Division III boys champion. So they had another trophy to their Division III North, and they're filling up that trophy case on their trip to Worcester.
Oh, that's terrific. 35 seconds. Be nice to see if Coach Grasser can empty his bench here.
Little alley-oop from Marcos Benicio. They can't get it in. They pull it out. Benicio. He lays it in.
Down to 10 seconds.
And you're right, Dennis. It was too bad they couldn't have got some of the kids in the basketball game at the Garden. Antonieri got called for steps.
Well, John, congratulations to Tommy Grasser and
Kenny Turner.
Assistant Coach Ken Turner, who does a marvelous job over there. These guys are...
lets it fly. Klasko. 64 to 52. And what an outstanding win for the Rams as they pile on, and the cheerleaders, the players, and the coaching staff. For Dover-Sherborne, Mark Antonieri had 2, 4, 6, 17 points. Jay Messenger had 8. Joe Ingenieri had 11. And Mike Polka, 21 points a game, was shut down with only 8. 6 of those coming late in the ball game. For Classical, Nicio had 16. Simon Fialo had 15. TJ, Calvin Johnson had 28. 16 in the second half. Fialo had 13 in the second half. Nicio had 8 in the second half after coming back and playing about half the half after the injury. So what a big win by the Classical Rams, and what a big win for the Northeastern Conference.
Oh, a terrific job. 25 points in the first half. They came back with 39 explosive points in the second half. And a tremendous defense. There's a shot of their cheerleaders, their crowd.
Simon and Nicio leading the fans. And you see the score. And what a thrill for these kids not only to come to the Garden, but to be the Eastern Mass champions in the Garden. And now the season doesn't end. They keep going. They go on to Worcester now to play for the state championship. And we'll certainly be there with that one as well. But a tip of the hat to Tommy Grasser and Kenny Turner and the entire ball club. And it shows you the kind of starts these kids are made of. Nicio, after that, gets banged into a table, probably has some stitches, comes back out. I told you, like Larry Bird. Comes back on the floor and does a great job and turns the game around with some big baskets. They got their running game kicked in, and they did an outstanding job defensively. And once they got the running game going, Dover-Sherborne couldn't stay with them.
Oh, terrific job. And their defense is so quick at guard, and they go to the 1-3-1, and they put Nicio down below, and he picks off the passes into the corners. Just a very talented team. And Coach Tommy Grasser, I have to say the last 10 or 12 games really got the most out of this team, the most he could, and credit to the way he's coached these kids the last, I'd say 2 or 3 months of the season. Great job.
The 11th straight win for Classical, and again the final score, Classical 64, Dover-Sherborne 52. Dover-Sherborne unable to avenge the loss in 1980 to Classical. So on to Worcester for Classical. We hope you enjoyed it. For Dennis Keatis, I'm John Hoffman saying don't go too far because Salem is coming up on TV3. We'll be back with you for the Salem, not New Bedford game.